All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers here out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. This is Gamal Yala.
Ratazah.
All right, and first and foremost, giving all praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this is a quick lesson. All right, and this is going to be a response basically to a post that I found. All right, and this is in regards to you Israelites believing that you're African. And Beyonce is at the forefront of brainwashing you people into believing it. And here's the post. It says the fact that Beyonce depicted herself as an African deity and was called demonic by black people shows how brainwashed we are. Then there's another post that says embrace your cultural art objects. It says, Dear African people, embrace your cultural art objects. They are not demonic or satanic. Those who made you believe so actually looted your art and now display them with pride in their Western museums and art galleries. Shout out to those who already appreciate African art. All right. And, just to start, okay, this is demonic. Okay. Right. Our people were never to worship any African deities. Okay. The Lord, set up the Lord set up. Well, we worship Yahawah Shai.
That's right.
And He told us not to follow idols and to follow the ways of the heathen, which you Africans, the so-called Africans, are Hamites.
That's right. Right.
And they have their own gods that they bow to, but our people are still believing that they're African, so they believe that these different African gods is our history, and that's our culture, and we need to embrace it, and all this BS, man. But that's what it is. It's just BS. You got something?
Yeah. Isaiah 30 and 1.
Okay.
Like brother said, our people still latch onto this African garbage, man. And they specifically use Beyonce to push that because they know she got a heavy influence on the people. And Beyonce can, basically Beyonce can't do no wrong in people's eyes, man.
Yeah.
Especially these so-called black women.
Yeah, and it's no coincidence that Beyonce is throwing this African stuff not too long after Nick Cannon.
Exactly.
And this whole, and him bringing out that he's an Israelite, or putting that out there, putting that Israelite vibration out there. It's no coincidence that now Beyonce is going full African, and that's Esau's attempt to put our people back to sleep.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, they cover with that covering, man. Going to these other philosophies and these other identities, such as that, being African, man. Africanism. That's a whole another covering, man. And it's another counsel that the Most High didn't set up for us, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
It says, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin.
That's right. When you get into these other philosophies, you just destined to go off, man. The ways of, like you said, Africanism, it's all witchcraft, man. They worship them false deities, and like we was talking before, they into,
Invoking the dead.
Invoking the dead, man. Talking about, we gotta, talk to the ancestors. That's all witchcraft and wickedness, man.
Yeah, our people, they're obsessed with ancestry, your ancestors.
Right.
Yeah, like, Jake always want to bring up, your ancestors, and that whole thing, that puts demons on people, man. Because a lot of our people believe that shit. They're like, oh yeah, we got to do this for our ancestors and yada yada yada, But Yahawah Shai is the Father of spirits.
That's right.
Okay. The Heavenly Father is the Father of spirits. So here it is. You praying to some deity that Yahawah Shai created. He's the creator of spirits. You know, so why would you worship? Would you worship the creator of spirits, or would you worship a spirit? You know, basically a demon.
That's right.
You know, and let me see. I got something. This is Deuteronomy 18 and 19, I think. Let me see. Slack here. Okay. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 18:19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. Okay, so we're not supposed to, go and speak unto other gods, man. You know, because these demons basically, they are deceiving. You know, they'll deceive you into listening to them. But the trick is on you, because that demon is basically he has you in a trick bag.
Exactly.
He knows that YAHAWASHI is the father of spirits, but basically he's deceiving you into following him for your own destruction.
That's right. Yep.
You know, this is what I was looking for. It says Deuteronomy 18 and 14. For these nations which thou shalt possess hearkened unto observers of times and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath suffered thee to do, have not suffered thee so to do. Okay? Yeah, because we're not supposed to go to diviners and soothsayers and witches.
Yeah.
Another name for them. What was it? Soothsayers. It's a lot of names for them.
Yeah.
But basically, they would deal with invoking spirits, like for example,
witches and all that shit.
Yeah, witches. For example, when Saul.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that. Yep.
Yeah, when Saul had evil spirits on him. Okay, he went to one of the witches in the land. Okay, to invoke Samuel.
Yeah.
You know.
And he had put out a decree to before that to get rid of all the witches in the land.
Mm-hmm.
He put out that order. That's part of the law. It say thou shall not suffer a witch to live.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, so our people are constantly trying to make witchcraft seem, and that's deception, man. That's the deception of it is, if you talk to a so-called witch, or you talk to a lot of these people that believe in invoking the ancestors and all that, and you tell them that's witchcraft, they'll deny it. They're like, no, well, just like the post said, no, this is your history. This is, African. You gotta embrace this, this, and then they'll say the so-called white man, took it and made it negative, or made it evil.
Yeah.
But no, that's what it is, man. It's wicked as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got something?
You go to I know it's one in Wisdom of Solomon.
Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon. See if I can pull it up. Wisdom of Solomon. Where they speak about the odious works of witchcraft. Let's see. That's going into them damn Africans, man. Them Canaanites and Egyptians. They was all into that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wisdom of Solomon 12.
Okay.
Start
Oh yeah, 4 or 3.
Yeah, start at 3.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy
Right.
land.
The old inhabitants of the Holy Land was those Canaanites. Right. You read you go to like during the time of Joshua, Caleb. They went. They went to pursue the Holy Land. The Lord told us to basically take it over and get them Canaanites out of there. So let's talk about the Africans. Go ahead.
Verse 4, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices.
See, that's what they was into, man, and that's where Esau gets it from as well. Esau takes a lot of his them rituals he be doing. We're just gonna go into it, like child sacrifice, drinking blood and all that.
All that comes from ancient Babylon and ancient Egypt.
Yep, Ham. Yep, that's right. That's right.
It says, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood.
See that?
Yeah. Yep. Like you said, and like you said, that's what they do. They sacrifice, human flesh. They eat. They're cannibals.
Yep.
It says merciless murderers of children, which I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but there's been a lot of shit coming out about children sacrifices, in Hollywood. Basically, how they have underground, the sex trafficking ring and all these different things are starting to come out. Epstein.
Yep.
And all these different things are starting to come out against the elites. Okay. And so that's the merciless murderers of children.
Yep.
And the feast of blood, because they'll have parties and different rituals that they do where they do feast on blood and all this sick shit. But it says I think that was it.
Yeah, I think that was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So bottom line is, Africans is wicked, man. So-called Africans, Hamites, which we are a totally different nation from them, man.
Yeah, let's get that real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. You talking about earlier. And that's like the brother said earlier. That's how you know it. Esau got his hand behind all of this, man. Because right when the conversation of us being the Israelites, Nick Cannon, Ice Cube, and these different celebrities coming out, all of a sudden Beyonce dropping this was like a movie or something or documentary, whatever.
Yeah, I guess whatever it is, it's probably an album or whatever. But talking about Black is King.
Like, come on, man.
Talking about Black is King. And Esau Beyonce is Esau's biggest puppet.
Oh yeah.
So anything she does, the nigga woman is gonna be all on top of it.
Yep.
So all it is an attempt to put you niggas back to sleep.
Exactly. Yep.
The witchcraft was wearing off. You started to realize, oh shit, oh damn, Nick Cannon said we Israelites. Yeah. And Esau, here come Esau. Nah,
Yeah.
You're black. Black is king. So best believe that Ephesians 6 and 12. We're up against principalities and it's a spiritual battle. So
that's right.
Esau is putting those black spirits out there. Black lives matter. Black is king. All this, black stuff. And the irony is you're not black.
Exactly.
Okay, Exodus 11 and 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay? So there's a difference between us and the so-called Africans, okay? That's Africans go back to Ham, as we said before. When you read the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary, when you look up Ham, it says Ham is the father of is the forefather of the Egyptians, the Canaanites, the Libyans, and these different African nations, and it says not the Negroes. Okay, so you Negroes, you so-called Negroes here in America, you need to stop associating yourselves with being African.
That's right.
Okay, you need to stop this whole dashiki, wearing and these Africa Africa. You know, they'll have the shirts with the land of Africa.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, just this whole African vibe, man.
Right.
You know, but you're not Ham, man. You're really greater than African, man.
That's right.
You know, you look at these Africans and these different rituals that they have, and why don't you niggas start putting bones in your lip?
Exactly.
You know,
Plates, some big ass plates and stuff.
yeah.
You know.
Since you want to be African so bad, why don't you just go all the way out?
Right.
And just start putting, you know, rings around your neck, and you know, stretch your neck out, and all that different weird rituals and stuff that they have going on, man. Why don't y'all just do all that?
Right.
Since you want to be African so bad, you know.
Yeah, man. Jake full of shit.
And then you know, these so-called Jakes that believe they're African, they got the nerve to call themselves conscious, the black conscious community.
Right.
You know. But all that is you know, it's gonna fail, man.
Yeah, man.
I think I got another one.
Okay. I think that's all I had.
Okay. This is Isaiah 8 and 18. Behold, I and the children whom the Lord have given me are for signs and for wonders in Israel, from the Lord of hosts which dwelleth in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep, and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God, for the living to the dead? Okay, so basically, you know, you ain't supposed to seek unto those familiar spirits, and unto the wizards that, it says, the wizards that peep and that mutter. And actually, when you go into before we started this lesson, I saw the NIV translation, and it says, I believe, where it says wizards, that word is necromancers.
Yeah.
And we were going into that before the lesson. What was it again? A necromancer?
Matter of fact, I gotta pull it.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
I got it on Google. I'll just read it. Just type in necromancy on Google. It says the supposed practice of communicating with the dead, especially in order to predict the future.
Yeah, and I you know, I've seen that a lot lately amongst Jakes.
Yeah.
You know, Jakes that I work with and stuff, and they'll wear these little beads. They'll wear these I don't know what kind of beads they are, but they'll have these little African beads.
Yeah.
And they're supposedly supposed to be, you know, their dead ancestors, you know, living. Those spirits will be in. They'll put. I think the gist of it is they'll put those spirits, those dead spirits, into the beads.
Right.
You know, they'll invoke spirits and, you know, pray, and those spirits will live through that particular object or whatever. You know, but all that is necromancy. You know, communicating with the dead. And you know, you got so-called rappers like a lot of these rappers are into it, man.
Yeah.
You know, they'll say Ashe, Ashe.
Oh yeah.
You know, and they'll be saying these different so-called phrases. You know, because that's what they're into, man. All right.
Hey, now check this out, right? I'm gonna keep reading. All right, we go right under that. They got a bullet point here. It says sorcery or black magic in general.
Yep.
Then some of the synonyms, they got sorcery, black magic, witchcraft, wizardry, enchantment, divination, demonology,
Yep.
voodoo. Like it's all the same.
It's all
thing,
the same thing.
you know.
You're just invoking spirits.
Yep.
And you know, you let them tell it. Let a witch tell it. Oh no, it's not witchcraft. It's not evil.
Right.
You know. Oh, and then you'll look on YouTube, and you know what they'll say? They'll say, oh, well, you have good witches and bad witches. They say that shit. They say, oh, well, you know, some witches are good. You know, some witches are bad.
Man.
And all this BS, man. You know, so, you know, that was pretty much the point. We're getting ready to wrap up and head to camp. But, yeah, we just wanted to touch on that subject and close out by giving all praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom.
Shalom.